2 blocks, a blanket. Our playlist is 2 Svadhistana. All levels welcome. All states of mind welcome. All physical states welcome. If you're tired, go slowly. So if you choose, the palms are brisk, putting one at the low belly, one at the low back, holding the space in between. This is the space of Svadhistana. If you have your oils, you put it on the palm of one hand, and then you rub that palm against the other. And then you lay that on your belly, on your low back. And this cradle, really, the way that we're held here is directly related to how we can feel. And how we can feel is how we can navigate, making sense of how we feel, understanding that sensation in our body, not with our mind. Feel the resonance around your heart, around your low belly, this space between your hands. Humans seem fragile at times, like the shell of a bird about to hatch, as if we could break when someone taps us just one more time. We can feel this in times of sickness or heartache or hurry. We can feel it when someone lets us down, when we have an accident, when it feels as if life has struck at us. When a butterfly emerges from its breaking prison, it is reborn stronger and given a new life. When a chicken emerges from its shell, it is anti-fragile, having gained strength from the moments of trial breaking through the shell. These feelings of fragility are normal and human, and a chance to watch ourselves be reborn. Before we go anywhere, I offer great thanks to this great love who holds me so clearly, so fully. My fellow. Last night I fell into pieces, and he did not pick them up and put them back together. He brought his chair and sat it beside me, because my work is to put myself back together, and then his is to hold his space and keep me company. So this space of fluidity, we can come apart. It can feel so fragile. So be the container you require. Be kind to those around you and receive the support you can. And you will come back wiser for breaking through another shell and coming clear. Thank you. Palms together, heart high. Ong Namo, I bow to everything outside of me, guiding me, healing me, holding me. Guru Dev Namo, I bow to everything inside of me. 3 times, inhale. Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. Roll your shoulders, roll your wrists, start your playlist. We are at Take My Leave of You. It is the 2nd track. If you start at the 1st track, We'll be off kilter the whole way. Take my leave of you. Come to lie down on your back, knees bend, feet flat. As you arrive, arch your back. And as you exhale, round. So that the sensation is one of cat-cow. Ha. It is not about effort, it is about inquiry. And beginning a movement not by force, but as a question. Close your eyes. Sometimes it's very large and some very small. Take your time as though waking. Hands can be down or wide or overhead. May you turn from stone to water. As it opens, it may quicken. It may grow smaller, more personal. Keep going in. And stay with it. "30 seconds. And then pause. The eyes are closed, the body quiet, the feet flat. Feel the beginning. That the energy center of your body right now is low and deep between the hips. Widen your heels a step. Widen your arms or hands overhead. Heels are ahead of your knees, and you can feel the outside edges of your mat. Drop your knees to the left side. On the soundtrack, we've begun Wandering Sadhu, and drop your knees to the right. So just starting out, slow and steady, knees side to side. We'll go 2 minutes right here, so steady. You with you, your pace. Turn from a solid to a liquid. Roll from the outside to the inside of your feet. As you choose, get lighter. Become more effortless. Less grip in your feet, less grip in your inner and outer hip. Let the knees fall, and it may quicken, and we move. Allow your breathing to change as the diaphragm is less constrained in the back body. The ribs opening softly. The belly molten. 3. Good. 2. And center. Pause and feel. Interlace your fingers over your left shin. Keep it close. Right leg goes straight out. Draw your knee into your chest. Go wide to the right. Extend out. Into the center, out to the right, and back out to the center. So chest, wide, extend. Begin to explore the circularity of your hips. Spread your toes, flex your feet. Roll your ankles, open and close your toes. And then reverse, right knee wide to the right, into the center and down the middle. Around and extend. Good. For 2. And for 1. A knee into your chest. Hold the right shin. Left leg extends. And draw it up the middle, out to the left, and back to an extension. Knee into the chest, out to the side, and press out long. Good. Clearing the path through the body. From your feet, through the hip, through the back, into the heart. 1 more. Reverse your direction. Good. And we'll meet with hands on shins to pause. Put your right foot flat, cross your left ankle over your right knee. Lift your head and shoulders reaching forward. Lift your right heel the height of your knee. Draw your knee towards your chest. Inhale, extend the right leg, hands overhead. Exhale, gathering in. Inhale to open and exhale to close. Can you stay supple through the hips, through the low body? You made so much opening here. For 3. Good. For 2. For 1. To change. Right ankle over the left knee. Lift your head, shoulder. Draw your heel towards your knee. And then open wide. Three. And 2. 1 more. Arms wide, feet flat. Feel, where is the center of your energy right now? Draw your breath all the way down into the low abdomen, filling your body with prana. Exhaling all the way out. Put the soles of your feet together. Lay your palms on the crease of your hips or on your hip points. Just imagining your breath down to fill the space of the pelvis. To open. We mobilize. So we can discern, so we can choose, so we can nourish. Arms wide. Good. Feet to the floor, knees together. Keep your feet where they are. Drop to the outer feet, outer knees open wide. And then exhale, feet flat, knees together. To open and to close. So feet flat at the center, that's it. And just let your feet ply apart. Yep. And now we begin to move. And it might be really sticky. So becoming as trusting as we can.
Like that chick coming through its shell. Keep letting it break open, open and closed. And notice if, as you're doing this, you're transferring the tension of your inner thighs to your low belly, to your navel center, and just soften your belly. Soften your whole wide abdomen and keep your knees moving. There we go. Keep going, keep going. Become pliable, a fluid. 3, 2. And feet flat, pause. Heels are ahead of your knees. Stand in your feet, lift your hips. Good. Feet together as they can be. And again, knees drop open and together. Hips stay nice and steady, 4 to 6 inches off the floor. Hands are wide, or if you choose, hands are overhead or elbows down as you need to, but you're standing in your feet. Let your legs do the work. Just fall into your feet. And can you soften the back body, even as you're using it? Imagine that you don't need to grip through the low back. You don't need to grip through the outer hip. We're going 3. Each day we'll make a bit of a shift. 2. Good. 1 more. Bring your knees together, your feet flat. Roll down through your spine. Knees to your chest. Arms out wide, heels up high. Open your heels apart. Drop your left foot to the floor. Let your right foot follow, right on top of left. And now right foot opens wide and then left foot down to right. You're rolling from left outer hip to right outer hip, allowing your inner thighs to move your spine. Modification here, bend your knees as needed. Space between your toes, feet flexed. Notice, how are you making it difficult? And how can you make it easier? Three, 2, excellent. Into the center, knees to your chest, feet flat. Put your hands on your thighs and press away. Open the abdomen, relax the thighs. Little wag of the tail, little tap of the sacrum on the floor, a little wag of the tail, shake your feet. Knees to chest so that you can roll up. And sitting on the edge of your blanket or bolster, widen your heels. Shake out the knees, shake out the feet. If the legs don't go straight, that's absolutely fine. Wide is relative. Shake out the feet, shake out the knees. Any support, you can pop blocks under your knees as needed. Interlace your fingers, arms out long. And draw a circle. So the temptation here is to draw the circle from your upper back. And instead, see if you can draw the circle from the very base of your sits bones, as though you could draw the circle from your heels. And to do that means I am moving from that sacral center of my low abdomen. Strengthening our ability to feel the power of water. That if we've ever stood in a full fast current, it will knock you down, right? It's not all soft and flowery and fragile. And reverse your direction, keep it large, drive from your heels, through your hips, into the low belly. And as you do, what can you shift? What can you release so that that circle becomes clear? Because what's kept in there is what you felt in the past. And feeling this moment is the life we want, is the life we're entitled to. Right here. You'll pause and reverse your direction, but now it's smaller, like a figure skater drawing in, gaining potential. Your hands the height of your heart if you can. Steer from your heels into your bowl. That you become dexterous, skilled in the movements of your belly and your hips. Reverse, small, contained, and steady. Three, two, good. Pause tall, hands to thighs, notice this hum. Again, we'll steer from here. Bring your feet together, seated in the middle of your blanket, bend your knees, toes point up, pull on your heels to pull your belly forward, and draw your hands apart. Thumbs are up, fingers in, inhale apart, exhale back. So perhaps for some it's a smaller gesture. And you're just opening as though your hands were following a rope. Or as you get ready, it opens. But the movement is at the base. Round and release, that cat-cow right out of your feet. Three, two, one. Cross your legs, heels under your knees, sit tall to pause. Notice where your energy is concentrated, how it feels. Let your attention be in your body. We're not judging the body or thinking or processing. We're just being in the body. Feeling what we feel. It's not about the head. One more. Good. Soundtrack is on Espiritu. Unfold your blanket one time. And we'll step up to the top of the mat, bringing your blocks with you. And now we want to redistribute that concentration of energy. Pressing down, standing tall, the belly opens, the heels into the floor, the hands up high, the thumbs point back, so the abdomen is open. Hinge the hips by bending the knees forward, the tail back, lay your ribs over your thighs, your fingers drop, your head is last, lengthen your spine. Sit your seat to lift your thumbs, to lift your heart, to inhale up, to bend your knees, sit it back, to fold it down. There's breath out. Seat down, thumbs up, heart up, there's breath in. 3. Just like that. Right out the hands. Open out, and then fold back in. One more, just this way. Good. Excellent. You'll bend your knees, your tail goes wide, your hands come to the block. You step your left foot back, your left knee down to the blanket. Back toes tucked under, sweep your hands up high. And as your hands come down, just sweep them back. Bend your front knee, patting your back knee as you choose if needed. Inhale up, exhale back. Out the shoulder joints, out the finger joints, hands up high. Open the left side and hands down. Step your left foot up, sit your seat down, hands wide, heart to rise. Sit back, hands down, right foot back, right knee down. Open the right side, hands high and down. Move at a pace that suits your day, that suits your body, that suits your ability, that pleases you. And bring your hands to the floor. Right foot steps up, sit deep, reach wide. Inhale. And we go to the right side again, fold, left foot steps back, left knee down. To rise. For 3. Then we start to feel the fluidity in our movements from the hips up through the hands. Let your right hand catch your left wrist and let your hips continue to move. So with this bind, we start to feel a little more action through the outer hip, outer shoulder, left side lung. As you come forward, go softly to the right. Hands down. Step up. Sit down. Reach up. And fold. Right foot, right knee. Hands up. And down. So, staying tall. The left hand will hold the right wrist. And from the feet, move forward and back. Opening the right hip, right waist. And going left. Widen down, set your blocks aside. Child's pose, and as you go back, your knees go behind the blanket or at the back edge of the blanket. So that as you come forward, you can lay your hips and belly on that bolster. And then rock back. Rock forward and back. Taking your time, you may choose to stay exactly here. Continue that rhythm, or as you come forward, pause, lift your heart, turn to the right and to the left, to the center, to child. Forward and up, right, left, center and up. Fold back. Elbows down, palms together, thumbs point up. Drop your head between your arms and fold. Breath into the backs of your shoulders. Widen your low back. Rise up. Soundtrack is that we are the ones. So true. Fold your blanket in half one more time, or 2 if needed. Give yourself a seat. As you make a cross-legged seat, your blocks come up outside of your feet and your knees. Your heels are under your knees and you're on the outer edges of your feet. Your feet will help you. So fingers drop over the front of the blocks or over the sides of the blocks. Protects your wrists. Rock forward. Press your hands to lift your hips. Press into your feet and sit down, hands up high. Beauty. Shoulders, hands, press. Sit. Inhale. So in the press, draw your hips to your heart. Pull up. That's it. So you're strengthening the low abdomen and then you're opening out. Exhale. Rah. As though you were gathering that big bowl of your pelvis. Let it get stronger. The container. You can feel what's inside. Press your feet down, lift your hips. And go. This time stay 3, press. So the hands press, the feet press. See if you can find the pelvic floor, lift and gather in. And sit down, hands up high. And down, press, stay. 3, 2, and sit down. What happens when you encounter that intensity, right? My go-to is anger and blame. Someone should pay for this. Sit down, rise up tall. Beauty. We got one more. Stay, because by the end of 40 days, we can keep this the whole track. Stay 3. Beautiful. Arms are strong. Heart is strong. Look forward. Sit down. Hands up high. Good. Make little cups. Lift your chin. Inhale. Add 3 sips. Heart up, chin in. Lift the pelvic floor. And little pulses with the pelvic floor. Little pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2. Release the throat. The breath. Feel the pulses in Svadhistana, this dwelling place, this place of security, this place that belongs to no one but you. Svas, the self, this self, myself, is safe here. If you need to, shake out the legs, recross your seat, and turning so you can see. Hands wide and then almost to touch. If you need to, sit in a chair. If you choose, you can do it standing. But if I was not to move my hands, the movement's in my spine. And my arms are following, watery. So it's not about force and strength and power in my upper back. Yes, gorgeous, really good movement. Yeah. Too much in the chest, drop your hands. Too much in the hands, make it smaller. Oh. Eyes closed, steady breath. Inhale, exhale. Expand the range. Are you willing to be loved? Can you keep that space open even as it starts to get a little more challenging? Does it start to get a little organized and consistent? Is your strength beginning to build by day 9? less struggle. Where are you derailing your ability by getting tight? Be fluid. Stay open, pliable. Three, two, wide inhale, little cups, 3 sips. Hard up, tuck your chin, lift the pelvic floor, open the elbows, little cups, let it build. Hold the breath, shake out the body. And then lift the chin, release the elbows, release the breath, notice your body. We are conduits of sensation. We are the nerve cells of the universe experiencing this life. The wonder of the blade and the fall and the return. That's how we reassemble. Blocks beside you, hands on blocks, eyes stay closed when you're set up. Stay in it, see what happens. Inhale, exhale, rock forward, press. Eyes closed, sit down, hands up, receive. And then press. Inhale. And press. And rise. And press. Hands up. Last 2 fingers fold in. Hold them with your thumb. First 2 fingers together. Elbows bend to start. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Most modified. Next step, lift your elbows higher, move the whole arm, elbows bending. Modification 2. Full gesture, arms stay straight, inhale up. I'm moving from the low belly. No rush. No rush. Hands up high, just pausing there, neutral. Shoulders open, elbows open. There might be a little tremble in the low belly or the inner thighs. Elbows bend, hands down. Pause tall. The body doesn't change. Notice. Svadhistana, the dwelling space of yourself within yourself. Loosen the shoulders, the elbows, the back. If you want to work this seated, stay seated. You want to work this kneeling, then kneel. If you're ready to go, stand it up. I need to stand it up. I need to move it through. We are Stromboli on our soundtrack. Shake out the feet, shake out the hands. Open your hands wide. Put your thumb, it's called the Mercury mound, at the base of your pinky finger. Fold over, keeping contact right there. Winding forward with the fists. If the body needs to move, the body moves. I love to have my hips free here. Listening. Close your eyes. Left side hand, left side body, the lunar, the intuitive, the feminine. Right side hand, so the solar, the right side body, the pingala, the analytic. Let them intertwine. Each an agent of their own, without collision, but working together. Left side, right side of the brain, busy, understanding, directing. Go. If you're noticing your hands tangling or colliding, slow down and soften your shoulders and smile. Where are you accumulating tension? Set it down. Set it down. Soften your shoulders, soften your jaw, soften your face. Come a little undone. Your stamina to stay in that space, feel what you feel, to stay with the partner, to help them feel what they feel without getting sucked in, but keep company. So important, this stamina right here. 30 seconds. Loosen your shoulders. Three. Good. Two. Where are you going to go? One more. Inhale. Hold the breath. Make fists. Cross your forearms. Press your forearms. Stay. Keep the breath. 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale, release. Inhale. Hold the breath. Fists. Cross. Press. Stay. Release. Tantra teaches that all energy is divinity. There is a charge to despair. There is a charge to anger and frustration. There is a charge to betrayal and to heartbreak. Stay in it, find its charge. Come to your seat. Cross your legs. Sit tall. If the floor isn't possible, if seated doesn't work, you're going to sit on the edge of a chair. Adding your blocks
Heels are under your knees, toes point forward. Tumi. Hands up high on the inhale. Hands down to the blocks, folding. Inhaling up. Good. So here's most modified. Supports your low back. Gets your shoulders open. Lifts your heart. Work there. Another option here is to hold opposite elbows, the height of your forehead, and fold a little forward and rise up. Fold by hinging at your hips. So how far out can you go before you fold? Navel to spine. Full posture, the elbows are over the shoulders, hinge at the hips, folding forward. Now when you're ready, when the body allows, you may fold forehead to the floor and back up. But that's not going to get you any closer to enlightenment, but it might strain your back. So make a good choice on that one. Fold and rise. Stabilize. Stabilize. Gather to the navel. Rise into the heart. Coming up, meet here. Put your right hand down and reach the left hand over. Put your left hand down and reach your right hand over. Start moving side to side. And as you go, keep your seat square to the floor. Feel both hips in the floor. Open the side of your spine. Sides of the body. So this can be a really perfect way to modify. Give yourself support with the floor. Give yourself grounding. If anything has upset you or created more tumult than you're prepared for, hand on the ground. Next step would be palms together, moving side to side about the height of your chest. Feel the abdomen engage. Work there, or hands the height of your forehead. Keep your seat square. It's not about how far you go. And the full posture, hands are overhead, a slight space between your hands, navel to spine. Lots of options, find yours, settle in. You have 2 minutes. Become supple. Branches in the breeze. Kelp beneath the waves. Come up out of your abdomen. Press down to the seat to rise up into the hands wherever you are. Ten seconds, a little quicker, a little smaller, all the way to the fingers. Let it move. 5, 4, 3, 2, Center it up. Inhale, lift your chin, fill it up, 3 sips. Heart up, chin in, lift the pelvic floor, pulse, 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 pause. Release the pelvis, lift the chin, out the breath. Elbows down, hands down, pausing tall. That out of the steady base we have a bowl, and out of the bowl we have a spine, and through the spine we reconnect. There is a stable, dispersed sense of energy. So it's not that Svadhistana is this dwelling place is only here. It's that we are creating a sense of dwelling within our whole life that is ours, that is safe to know, that is safe to inhabit, that is powerful to know and is powerful to habit. And when we get lost, we return. And when we get stuck, we return. Come to lie down on your back. You're seated on your blanket. And just lie back. As you do, hips are elevated on the blanket. Interlace your hands behind the back of your neck, the base of your skull. Thumbs point down. Elbows wide to the floor. Elbows wider. With the pressure of your elbows into the floor, feel the back of your heart lift. A little tuck of the chin, a little pull of your tail towards you like the cat-cow where we began today. So the tail tips in, the spine lengthens. Elbows wide, back of your head into your hands. You may stay just here. You may cat-cow just here. It will be small. Or press your heels down to lift your hips, to inhale up, to exhale down. Keep that little arch of the back. Elbows wide. So the elbows and the shoulders are this strong foundation. The heels are the foundation, and it's as though your pelvis is floating up and floating back down. Lengthen. Widen your elbows. Work here. If you choose to explore, last 30 seconds, just step your heel toe 1 foot length forward, hips up and down. Respect your low back and find a nice simple rhythm. Let it be light dancing rather than athleticism. Up and down. For 3. Good. For 2. Hips up, hands down. Take your blanket from beneath you. Put your hips to the floor. Lay your blanket over your low belly. Rest your hands on top. This dwelling place. Where our fragility is welcome. Soften the shoulders and the face.
Pause your playlist. Pausing here or beginning to walk your feet in, to come to your side, to come to your seat, to join me for a simple breath and meditation to conclude. Sometimes the Shavasana is more essential than any further directed practice could be. Take care of yourself. Any extra layer, socks, a wrap, whatever you require. And again, feel into the body as you arrive seated. To notice, how is my energy distributed? Where am I holding? Where am I residing? Lightly float the left hand off the thigh. The thumb and the first fingertip touch the left. 30 fingers together, organized. Let it drift down, elbow open, shoulder open, left collarbone open. Feel the left side and the right side equal. Left hip, right hip, equal. Spine through both. Feel your breath in through both nostrils, up the line, the bridge of your nose, to where the nose meets the skull. See there a point of light. Exhaling out through both nostrils. Inhaling up to that point, we'll call it the nose point, and out. With that breath, see 2 lines of light. Raising your right hand, the first 2 fingers together, folding in. Take the tip of your 4th finger and cross over to the left inner eye corner. Slide down the left side of the nose and close just above the flare of the nostril to breathe easily in and out through the right side. No pulling, no pushing, just breath. This solar force, if you are about to lead a talk, a presentation, an important conversation, you would breathe through the right side for 1 minute to 3 minutes. Your presence would grow stronger. Release the 4th fingertip. Take the tip of your right thumb from your right inner eye corner, slide down, close just above the flare of the nostril, and breathe through the left side only, without pushing or pulling, just a natural breath. The hips square, the shoulders square. The face soft. If you were going to attend a lecture, if you were going to sit in a meeting, to listen to a friend, to be attentive and aware and receptive, you would breathe through the left side. Breathe through the mouth, out the mouth, in the left to the nose center. Close left, out the right, a stream of light. In right,
up the nose, out left. See that stream of white light. Exhale right. In right. Out left. In left. Out right. In right. Out left. Right hand down, normal breathing. See that inverted V. Streams of light. Taking your right fingertip to the tip of your nose, up the bridge of your nose, feel where it meets the skull. Now go up to the center of the forehead, the edge of your fingernail, making a bright sensation just in the skin. Through both nostrils, breathe up 2 lines of light to that point, third eye center, and back out. Right hand, fold the first 2 fingers in. Close the right side nostril. Breathe in the left, up to the third eye center. Close left, out right. 2, 3, 4. In right. Out left. In left, up to the third eye center. Out right. In right. Out left. Right hand down, eyes closed. In both. Out both. Without using your hand, in left to the third eye center. Out right. In right to the third eye center, a beam of light. Out left. Continue your pace. One more round. You conclude by breathing out the left side and then in both and out both. And just pause to notice your energy. And then deepen your breath as you open your arms. Bring it up, keep it quiet. Palms together, thumbs to the forehead center. 8 count Sat, 2 count Nam, right there at the forehead center. Inhale. Sat, Nam. Satnam, I see myself. Namaste, I see you. Thank you for your practice, for your time, for your interest, for your quiet, for your hurricanes. So grateful that you tune in. Newsletter went out this morning that we are on Vimeo, YouTube, Facebook. All these platforms are open to all comers. Great suggestions. I really appreciate that you wrote back and you said, but what about Zoom, or what about this app? We are in the community, in the neighborhood, that you are already on YouTube, listening to different lectures, and this is just another thing to tune into. You're already there, wherever you are, whatever you're using, it's right there for you. Any questions? The newsletter is reprinted on my website, marthamcalpin.com/blog. You can see it all there. And I will see you tomorrow, Friday, noon. Thank you. Satnam.